What's going on, NFC North Trash Talk Division? This is the Packer Showdown. You got Bill the Packer fan, Joe Knutson, Nick, and Latrell on right now. And like I said, get your pen and paper out because you might actually learn something tonight.
Right on.
So what's your guys' thoughts about preseason? You guys like what you're seeing so far?
Well, first off, I would like to say that offense. You want me to go first, or
yeah, go ahead, kick it off.
All right. First off, I like to see the running game. The running game looks really sharp. I think one of our backups looking pretty fantastic. What was that number? Who's that number 18? The another quarterback. He did his thing.
Manny Wilkins. Yeah, Manny Wilkins.
I like him a lot. He's got that attitude, like,
yeah,
come fuck with me if you want to. Like, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I like his attitude. So he should be our third string quarterback, and Tim will be second. So that's man, I think that's a nice fit.
I like Boyle a lot. I think he's got more potential than Kaiser does. That's for sure.
He got that arm. He's got that accuracy arm.
Speaking of which, do you guys think that the Packers are going to go with 3 quarterbacks this year or 2?
I think 3.
3.
Yeah, I
was thinking 3 myself.
Yeah, and Matt LaFleur confirmed today that he said that they are keeping Boyle, so that's a positive sign that there's life for him. You know what I mean? And every year I know it's just preseason. A lot of people say preseason don't count, but he looks pretty damn good in every preseason game I see him in. Like, there's nothing I can think of off the top of my head that I could pick him apart for. Now, Kaiser, it's a different story. There's a lot of things that I could pick apart. You know what I mean? So
it's all footwork. Tim Boyle's got so much better footwork, and Kaiser doesn't.
Yeah, right. See, that's the thing. He kind of reminds me of Aaron Rodgers because when they blitz him, he just takes off running, and he'll be running full stride and drop a 20, 30-yard pass right on.
Yep.
And it's pretty amazing what that kid's, like I said, he's sitting behind Rodgers a little bit. He's getting taught a little bit. Maybe Kaiser isn't soaking it in as much as he is,
Yep.
But I'm pretty impressed with what he's been doing. So I was going to say, let's talk about Green Bay Packers schedule. And let me finish sharing this video for us. Sharing it in all the groups that everybody asked. And we'll decide, what games we're going to win, what games we're going to lose. And we'll break it down one by one.
Another thing, while you're sharing that, what does everybody feel about Lane Taylor getting the starting job over Jenkins?
NFL experience. Taylor has experience. Jenkins does not.
Yep, I would go with that because I thought Jenkins was going to win it, but when it came down to it and you find out everything, it's the experience.
Yep, that's what it boils down to is the experience. Most players coming out of college aren't really going to start right away unless they're forced to. Like some of the quarterbacks for the Bears and some of the quarterbacks for the Browns, Vikings, etc.
Right.
And when you get Jenkins tossed in, the one thing that kid can do is play every single position on that line.
Yeah, that's something we've been lacking for a long time.
Yep.
Somebody that's been that versatile.
I do. Also, I know this is something that's popping my mind. We trade Reggie Gruber for a 3rd round pick, so that's a pretty smart move too. So we can use that next year.
I think it was a 6th or a 7th, wasn't it?
It was a 7th round pick. But you find talent in the 7th round. There's all types of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's look at Ty Summers.
Right. It's all depending on what's the need that year, who's going to take what. You know what I mean? So let's kick it off. So who do you guys got week 1? Packers versus Chicago in Chicago. Let's go in a row. Latrell, you start, and then Nick, then Joel, then me.
All right. I think we're going to go in and try to dominate. I think it's going to be come in wearing that Rodgers. It's going to be like, look around, but like, it's going to be really fun. So I think, are we going to blow them out? Maybe there's gonna be a possibility of maybe, but I think we're gonna come in and just dominate and start use running game right off the back. But there will be a lot of passing games and play action fakes.
Yep. And Matt LaFleur likes to run the ball a lot too. So what do you think, Nick? What's your take on week one?
Week one, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come out slinging right away. He's going to come out slinging the ball like he usually does, and try to keep him healthy. Get that them tight ends rolling. Get some receivers out there, start catching the ball. Hopefully, they don't drop like they did last season. Bunch of drops.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what
I think they'll get the running game going later in the game, probably to wear out the defense a little bit.
Run out the clock.
If they're not playing from behind. Yeah, if they're not playing from behind.
Yeah.
Just tire that defense out. That's the thing about defense. Defense is good, but if you can tire them out, it becomes easy.
Now remember, Bakhtiari blocked Mac 12 times and held Mac back all 12 times. So then you throw Mercedes Lewis in there. Everyone likes to talk smack about him, but he's actually a top 10 blocking tight end. So you throw him out there. Yep. So say Mac does get through. Now you got to get through Mercedes Lewis by that much time. The ball is already gone. So what's your take on week one there, Joe?
Well, it's the fucking Bears. Fuck the fucking Bears. God damn. And they think they own this fucking division after one fucking year.
Yeah.
My God. This is Green Bay's fucking division, and you fucking know it. Eli Manning, fucking Chop Suey, Aaron Rodgers, and a fucking domination, 56-0. Well, actually, I'm saying 27-24, but I just had to do that little take.
What I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers is going to come out the gate hot as hell. He's not taking the first half off this year like he did last season. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think a lot of our rookies are in their second year. They're looking pretty damn hot, fast, good hands. Then you got Devontae Adams. They moved to the slot. You got Geronimo Allison. Our offensive line has always been pretty damn decent. Well, now we got the addition of Billy Turner in our draft pick, which he's going to be starting out right off the bat. I mean, I'm liking Green Bay all day. I'm liking what I seen out of our tight ends last night. I'm thinking our offense is going to be just as explosive as our defense. So I'm going to take Packers week one for sure. That's not
Does anybody know the extent of Jace Sternberger's injury?
No, I haven't.
High ankle sprain or anything?
I haven't seen anything yet. I'm hoping it's not serious because he's pretty decent out of what I seen last night. But so is the guy right behind him, and I can't think of his name. But
Robert Tonyan.
Yeah, he had a touchdown catch. He's looking.
Lyles.
Yeah,
there's a lot interesting going on. It's a lot interesting going on.
A lot of young talent too. That's what's good. It's not no old people that aren't. They'll be around for a year or two. The people on Green Bay right now are going to be around for a while.
They're young.
So let's talk about week 2. We got Minnesota Vikings in Green Bay.
Skull Patrol.
Skull Patrol.
All right. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again. We're going to rob the bank. And basically what I'm trying to say is we're going to rob the bank. Like I told Alvin the Chipmunk over here, if you're watching, we're coming there and put full your asses. So be ready, draw some tears, bring some Hennessy, live those swish. We're going to put full up your asses so fast. You're going to say, wow, this is a totally different Green Bay Packers team. We're not playing the old Green Bay Packers team. We're playing the new, improved Green Bay Packers team. So I think we're going to use the run game. We're going to threat them really hard, and Aaron Rodgers is just going to slang in there.
Yep.
And Devon Adams is probably going to catch more than 5 catches. So he probably have 8 or 9 catches. St. Brown is going to have at least, I want to say, give him 4 catches.
I think he froze.
Maybe 5 catches. And you got Geronimo Allison as a threat as well. He's going to catch up at least 8 or 9 catches. Depends on who Aaron Rodgers is going to throw to. So we got a lot of wide receivers that's going to spread that defense out to a point where they don't know who they're going to guard to.
Right. who are you going to double team? It's going to come down to. Now, what's your take on week 2, Nick?
I think this is where Bears fans and Vikings fans and Lions fans find out who Jake Kumaro is. Remember that name, guys. Jake Kumaro, number 16. He's going to come out and he's going to surprise you guys.
The Jesus of football.
Now, as Latrell just mentioned, you got Devontae and you got Jake Kumaro on the slot probably. I don't know what position he's going to line up, but he's most likely going to be our slot receiver over MVS. But then you got MVS, you got Devontae Adams, Jake Kumaro, Geronimo Allison. Who are you going to cover? You can't double coverage everybody.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to take the Packers win week 2. I'll say by a field goal.
Pretty interesting. All right, Teddy. I mean, Joel, what's your take on week 2?
Well, cousins, Bear fans marrying each other, I don't know. But we have the Green Bay Packers playing the 1961 nothing Minnesota Chokelings. And what this is going to come down to is they suck and we own them. We own them. Talk about the last couple of years. This is a new Packer team. Get the fuck out of here with your Skull Patrol. So I go with the Kumaro thing, but I also think Devontae Adams, this is going to be his breakout game. Says he is not a top 3 receiver. He is going to show Rhodes that it's open all day long. And they're going to keep looking at each other, and they're going to keep going to each other all day long. And when they decide not to, Kumaro is going to get some touchdowns. So I predict 45-10.
Top 5 defense.
Damn, 45-10.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, I don't see Green Bay losing any home games, period. So that's an automatic win for me. Not to mention, they couldn't beat us in our worst season in a decade, 6-9-1. They had to tie with us. And I don't see us being that same weak-ass Green Bay as we were last year. So I'm giving us the W on that one.
And the only reason they got a tie was a bullshit penalty on Clay Matthews.
Yes, and that right there, and they say, oh, well, there was other things, but that's what started it was right there. So let's get on to week 3. We got Packers versus Broncos in Green Bay.
I would say we'll beat Broncos. I don't see Broncos looking that damn good. They look like kind of lost.
Well,
with the way I've seen it, I think we're gonna beat them. I'll say 20 – no, actually no. I'm gonna say 29.
I just like taking up time, kind of like
I'll
he
say
did.
29-10. Broncos.
I think this will actually be a close game, and I call it 23-20.
What's your take on this, Nick?
Previous years, the Packers haven't had real good success against the Broncos. With them signing Joe Flacco, I mean, last year, 2 years ago, they had Trevor Siemian, so that's a different story. But with them having Joe Flacco now, I think they have a good chance of beating us.
So it's a 50-50 shot, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the loss on this one.
Okay. All right. Well, me being Bill the Packer fan, and like I said, we're not losing at home. I'm chalking this one up as a win. Because like I said, we're not losing at home. I like Denver. I think they're a solid team, but I don't think they're going to overcome Aaron Rodgers if he's healthy. So I can't say he went down, but if he's healthy, we got that W. So now we got to talk right here. We got week 4. Green Bay Packers versus the Eagles in Green Bay. That's the
Super Bowl champs.
The only tough home game that I'm iffy on.
That's a W.
You think that's a W, Latrell?
I truly believe that's a W. We normally beat the Eagles, and I would not be surprised if Aaron Rodgers and Devon Adams get wide open, and Aaron Rodgers throw it to Devon Adams or St. Brown or Geronimo Allison out there catching balls everywhere. dominate.
I just had
We're
to say
taking
one
that
thing:
straight.
is Latrell
Eagles
here?
ain't shit.
Yeah, Latrell's here. He's talking right now.
I can't even see him or hear him.
Sometimes you can't see him, but you could just hear him.
I can't even hear him.
But I can see you and hear you. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, he says he can see and hear you.
So,
Yeah, he's definitely here. I can see him and hear him too.
All right, Nick, what's your take on the Eagles game, Nick, in Green Bay?
In Green Bay, all right. It all depends on Carson Wentz's health. I don't really think he's going to fully recover from that injury he had last season. I can't remember exactly what injury it was. What is it, Achilles tendon or something else? I can't remember.
This is cute. I think it's an ACL because he got that bracelet on his leg, so he got like an ACL.
Okay.
Well, quarterback's coming back from that kind of injury is going to be tough on him. I don't think he's going to pull the win this time. I think Green Bay's going to win this one.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I don't think he'll have it put together by week 4. And like I said, I'm Bill the Packer fan, and we're not losing in Lambeau Field. Write that down, Mike. Write that down. I know you're there trolling the comments.
All right,
buddy. Okay, so so far I got us going 0-4. So let's go to week 5. Green Bay Packers versus the Cowboys in Dallas.
I got this one being as a revenge game for the Cowboys. We'll see what happens.
They might try and put our asses. I would say I'm gonna go 50-50. Just on the safe side, I'm gonna go 50-50. And the reason why I pick 50-50, there are a lot of times when I see Cowboys over the past couple of years, they just end up getting their ass whooped. But there are times they will win.
Right.
So I would say 50-50.
Okay. What do you think, Nick? Is that a win or is that a loss?
I think the Cowboys are going to come to play, and we're going to have a tough time. I mean, what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott right now? He hasn't even signed his contract yet, so he might be holding out still till then, and that's going to put a big hurt on their running game. So that could change the game around for them as well.
Yep.
Not having a running game.
50.
So I it's up in the air for me, but I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one.
Okay. How about you, Teddy? I mean, Joe?
Packers 34-31. Aaron Rodgers drives us down the field, and Mason Crosby kicks a 70-yard field. I mean, a 53-yard field goal to win it.
Okay. My take on it is, like I said, it's the Dallas Cowboys. It's always been a tough game, but if Zeke ain't there, I'm giving Green Bay the W.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Fair enough.
Changes the whole game, and most of their game plan is off the running game. So I don't even know who their second string or running back is, but it's sure to hell ain't Zeke. That's for sure. You know what I mean? So now we got week 6. Green Bay Packers versus the Lions in Green Bay. Green Bay.
I think it's revenge.
What's your take on that, Latrell?
It's revenge because here's why. They have been talking shit for the past.
Latrell drop off?
Winning. I'm right here. Winning 2 past seasons.
Why don't you take it for us, Nick? Packers versus the Lions in Green Bay.
I'm gonna go with Packers because Aaron Rodgers is gonna come out swinging again. He's got something to prove to show the NFC North that he's not a chump.
Yep. And they've been sweeping us for what, 2 years now?
2 years now, yeah. But it only took them 20 years to finally get a win in Lambeau. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, and what's really comical is they still have no division win or no, they never won a division, and not to mention that they have Stafford's got no playoff wins. You know what I mean? So
right on. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers has got more playoff wins in our division than they do.
Yeah. What's your take on that game, Bob?
I think we're going to win that game. I think we're out for revenge on those Lions.
I do too. I think their streak is over with, and it ends in Green Bay. So I got us going 6-0 out the gate. That's pretty crazy. I hope Mike is writing this down, and I hope Teddy's taking notes.
Yeah, take notes, Mike. Take notes. You're always good at that.
All right, so let's go to week 7. We got Green Bay Packers versus the Raiders in Green Bay. You want to start it out, Bob?
I'd probably say we'd win that one, but I don't know. I mean, anything could happen, really, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right.
I would say a W for sure.
Okay. How about you, Nick?
Going against the Raiders.
Yeah, at home in Green Bay.
I don't think the Raiders have a good track record at Lambeau. I don't see them pulling a W.
Okay.
I don't. David Carr hasn't had a good track record at Lambeau, as far as I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Green Bay on this one.
Okay. How about you, sir, Mr. Joel Knudsen?
This is my trap game.
You think it's a trap game?
Kind of like the Cardinals last year. This is my trap game. And go either way, depending on if Antonio Bryant can find a helmet by then. And I don't know. Every team seems to lose a game they should just dominate.
Mm-hmm.
To me, and it's a home game, and this is my trap game. And I'm gonna go with a loss. Just because I gotta call a trap game, and this is where I'm going.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I see them rebuilding. I see them doing a lot of good stuff, but I still don't agree with what Gruden's doing because he got rid of Mack, and then a week or two later he says he can't get his pass rush fired up. I mean, I don't know if the guy's actually sane or not, so I'm going to go with Packers for that one. So let's move on to Week 8. We got the Packers versus the Chiefs. What do you think, Bob?
I would almost have to go with Kansas City on that, just to see what Mahomes is capable of. I mean, I don't know. You know, it could be the other way around, but I'd have to say a W for the Chiefs.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Nick?
I'm gonna go with Bob on this one. I'm gonna say a W. If Patrick Mahomes comes and starts performing early in the season, then he's most likely the real deal, and there's no question about it if he's already winning that many games right away.
Right. I agree. How about you, Joel?
Kansas City.
Okay. I agree also. I was going to say that's our first loss of the season. It's going to be Kansas City for sure. And now we move on to Week 9. Packers versus the Chargers in L.A.
What's that?
You want to start it out, Bob?
I would have to go with Green Bay on that for a revenge game from last year.
Okay. All right.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time. How about you, Joel? How about you?
Well, when I marked this or saw this on the calendar, I was like, we got back-to-back losses. And then I started thinking, I'm like, LA plays in like a 25,000 seat stadium right now, a soccer stadium, and 20,000 of them are going to be Packer fans. So it's going to be a home game in California. And I love Phillip Rivers. I do love Phillip Rivers. I mean, Phillip Rivers like makes Mitch Trubisky look like Uncle Rico. And I want that guy to get a Super Bowl, but I just can't give it. That's a W for us. It's going to be 28-21.
Okay. I'm actually going to take that as a loss. I think we're going to lose to the Chargers. I think I don't know. I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a good game. I don't see us winning it. It's on the road. It's in LA. I give that a definitely a loss. So I got him at 7-2 so far. So let's move on to Week 10. We got the Panthers versus the Packers in Green Bay.
Before we go further, I got something to say.
What's
when
up?
you said LA, I was thinking the Rams.
Yeah, remember they got 5,000 teams down there now. So, you know what I mean?
Well,
so
when you said LA, I was like, oh crap, revenge game for the Packers. But then I was like, oh crap. Had a long work week. Forgive me.
Oh, it's all good. So what do you think, Bob? We got Packers versus the Panthers in Green Bay.
Packer all day.
How about you, Teddy? I mean, Joe.
I mean, well, you got Cam Newton look like Medea out there with the way he dresses after his games, and so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to
That's
go like
fucking hilarious.
31-17 Packers.
Yeah. I'm taking Green Bay over Panthers as well. I don't think the Panthers can do what they used to do. I don't think their defense is as good as they are. I think Cam Newton's overrated. So now we move on to week 11. That's an automatic win. That is our bye week. So we win that week regardless.
Yeah.
Didn't Bears lose their bye week?
They lost it 4 years in a row, actually.
Yeah.
So let's move on to week 12. We got Packers versus the Niners in San Francisco. What do you think there, Bob?
Packers.
Okay, we got them. What do you think there, Joe?
Not like I really should say this, but I'm gonna go Niners.
You're gonna go Niners?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm going to call it a loss just because I'm on the fence with it. If I feel 50-50, I'm going to call it a loss. And if we win that one, I'll be happy we won that one.
Yep.
So let's move on to week 13. Giants in New York. Who do you got, Bob?
I'd almost have to go New York.
New York? Okay. How about you, Joe?
Pack attack.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing. I'm going Green Bay, even though it's a road game. I think we're definitely going to have that one in the bag.
Tim Boyle could beat Eli Manning.
I was going to say the same thing. I think, honestly, Kaiser might be able to beat. But you never know. By that time in the season, that's what I've been telling everybody. I'm telling you, by week 5 or 6, he's going to be benched, and that rookie that was just playing the other night is going to be starting.
Danny Jones.
Yep, that's a crazy prediction, and watch it happen.
So I could possibly see it happening before that Eli Manning gets traded to the Colts.
You think so? I was hoping that we would trade Kaiser to the Colts. So let's move on to week 14. We got Green Bay Packers versus the Redskins in Green Bay. In Green Bay. What do you think there, Bob?
That's going to be a revenge game from last year.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they beat us in Washington last year. We'll be on our own.
In our worst season in the decade, too. What do you think, Nick? What do you think about Green Bay versus the Redskins in Green Bay?
Given our track record the past few seasons with the Redskins, I'm going to go with the Redskins.
You're going with the Redskins? Okay. All right. That's understandable. Yep. How about you, Joe?
Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins, Washington Redskins, Jay Cousins, sliced bread. It doesn't matter. They're coming to our house. Trent Williams hates the Redskins. I mean, Alex Smith might have been able to beat us, but God bless his soul with his leg, but ain't happening.
Yeah.
We had our worst season in how many years last year? They got us. It's a revenge game.
Okay. All right. I'm picking Green Bay to win also because, like I said, I am Bill the motherfucking Packer fan, and we're not losing at home. That breaks it down that simple. So let's move on to week 15. This is the game that I will probably be attending. Packers versus Bears in Green Bay. Who do you got? You want to kick it off there, Bob?
Well, it's already sounds like they're sending paramedics to go get Trubisky, so we already know.
Yeah, well, I think
sorry about that. I'm outside my garage, so you're going to hear some noises.
It just worked out perfect.
Yeah, it did.
What do you think, Bob? Packers versus Bears in Green Bay.
Much as I hate to say it, I think the Bears will beat us in Lambeau this year.
You do?
I hate to say that, but
man, that hurts me to hear that one.
I know, but it hurt me to say it.
How about
I'm going to disagree with Bob.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Packers are going to take that win in Lambeau. We're going to get that 2-0 against the Bears this season. Shut them out.
How about you, Joe?
Well, the deciding factor of this game is going to be Adrian Amos sticking it right back to those fucktards, and he's going to have a pick six to win the game.
Okay, that sounds interesting. But like I said, ain't nobody beating us at home. That's for damn sure not no Bears. Now, I may bullshit a lot. Week one, it's 50-50. We may lose week one. But I promise you, we are not losing at home to the Bears. You can mark that down, screenshot it, take a picture, whatever you got to do, Mr. John No Facts McNabb. Whatever makes you happy, write it down, take a picture.
They can't even beat us with a drugged up fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Right. All right, now this one says week 18, but I meant to put week 16. Week 16, Packers versus Minnesota. And it's in Minnesota. What do you think, Bob?
I wasn't here for the Green Bay game. Who we had win that one?
Green Bay.
I got a sweep in the Vikings this year, actually.
So Bob chalks that down as a W.
Eat that raw pass Alvin.
Skull Train, Skull Patrol. Did you hear that? What do you think?
Skull Patrol.
What are you thinking, Nick?
I got a splitting with the Vikings this year. The Vikings are gonna win at home.
Okay. How about you, Joe?
Yeah. Since Kirk Cousins is going to be hurt, since he has no fucking offensive line by that game, and Kyle Slaughter will just be getting his legs underneath him, we're going to win that game. And Dalvin Cook is not going to be around either. And Aaron Jones is going to run wild. We don't even need Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones is going to run wild in that game.
Okay.
Just remember this, Viking fans.
I'm actually chalking that one as a loss because I'm going to say for some reason we just can't beat them at home, man. It's been like that since they built the stadium.
Yep, we have not won there yet.
If we, like I said, if we win it, we win it. But I really don't see us doing it. So let's move on to week 17. We got Packers versus Lions in Detroit. Who do you got, Bob?
Who we have winning the other game?
Oh, we're winning at home.
We finally sweep their ass this year.
We sweep them back, right?
Yeah, and they can take that banner down in Martha Ford's bathroom and show them that we sweep their ass this year.
What, the one where
sweep that bitch right up underneath the carpet.
Yep.
Damn right.
I'm chalking that down as a W as well. I'm putting us at 12-4. And Mike can write it down. He could take a picture. He could screenshot it. They can do whatever they want to do. But that's the way I see it as.
I actually have us losing that game.
You actually have us losing that game?
Because we already got the division wrapped up.
We sat all the starters by then.
Yep.
So let's go down the row here. What do you think the lineup is going to be for the NFC North standings at week 16? What do you think, Bob? Who's winning the division and who's in the basement?
I already told you earlier, okay? I've got us in first place, 10-6. Now, understand this. This is going to sound crazy. Bill knows what I'm talking about because I already talked to him about it. I got the Lions going 10-6 also.
Okay.
But they're getting in by a wild card.
Interesting.
We got the division. They're just getting in by a wild card.
Okay.
And then the Bears and the Vikings will be fighting for the basement. Because Bears never can seem to get back-to-back seasons for a while.
Not since 05 and 06. And that's a very long time ago for the Bear fans that can't do simple math. What do you think?
Now, Bill, let's don't talk about the past.
Yeah. This ain't the History Channel, right? Nick, how do you think
right.
it's going to end up next season? What are you thinking?
A lot of Packer fans are picking the Packers to win the division this year. Few NFL analysts is not so much saying the Packers are going to win it, Bears or Vikings are going to win it. I highly doubt the Vikings or Bears are going to win it. Like you said, the Bears haven't been able to repeat, so I'm gonna say the Packers win the division 10-6.
Okay. And how about you, Joe?
Packers, Bears, Lions, Vikings. And the Vikings, here's your $84 million mistake.
Jay Cousins.
Yep.
So what I was thinking was I got the Packers at 12-4, the Lions at 11-5, Minnesota at 10-6, and Chicago at 8-8. That's my So soak it up, Bear fans.
Right.
Soak it up. So what do you guys think about this Kaiser and Boyle situation? Who do you think should be number 2 behind Aaron Rodgers? Who do you think, Bob?
Boyle, Kaiser's garbage.
I agree.
I mean, hell, Brett Hundley can sweep the Bears.
Right.
I don't think Kaiser. Honestly, let me tell you guys something. When week 1 last year, when Rodgers got out, for when he did, if he would have been out the rest of the game, we would have lost that game. I don't think Kaiser is backup material.
If Kaiser played that whole game, Bears would have fucking whooped our ass.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if Rodgers still would have been out by week 15,
Yeah.
or Rodgers would have still been out by week 15 per se, we would have lost that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. See, what my thing is, and I keep seeing Boyle I know it's preseason is preseason. I understand that. But when you see a quarterback come in there and put up 291 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, he moved the ball straight down the field all the time. He's starting to progress. He's been sitting behind Rodgers for, I think this is his 3rd season. I think it's time to let the man get his shot. And that's what had me upset with Coach Mike McCarthy. That's why I thought he had to go. When he stuck with Brett Hundley for that whole end of that season, even knowing we were already losing the division, it wasn't going to happen. Why didn't you throw Boyle in just to check him out, just to see what he could do? And he still stuck with Brett Hundley. That's what pissed me off about McCarthy. That's why
he could have done some damage.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have at least seen what he could have done. The division was already at loss at that point. Why not give him a shot at a start and see what he could do? You know?
Here's the thing. Hundley owns the Bears. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Deshaun Kaiser does not own the Bears. So
who doesn't own the Bears, really? I mean,
well, Deshaun Kaiser actually doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's where we need to trim our fat. Tim Boyle would actually have a chance going against the Bears. He would actually have a chance. We already know Kaiser doesn't because we've seen it.
Right.
Kaiser does not move the team up and down the field, and everybody fuck your preseason because the Bear fans talk about preseason. If you look at preseason, and we're going with that with backup quarterbacks, Tim Boyle moved us up and down the field. He scored points, didn't turn the ball over, unlike Deshaun Kaiser.
Right. I know Kaiser coughed the ball right up. What was it in his first play of the game? Like, Jesus Christ, man. You know what I mean?
And I can't see the comments that are happening in this video, but all I do is Hitmonk keeps messaging me in comments because I picked his team to finish last. It's happening.
You're not missing nothing in the comments. It's just John Nofax McNabb trying to troll GIF by himself in the comments. That's all.
Well, he does that in the back of the house, but get over it, dude. I mean, the guy does his job, so.
Right, exactly. Now, if anyone doesn't know, his name is John Nofax McNabb. He does have a side chick in the group named Mike. They do cherry pick stats often. They're huge cherry pickers. I almost thought they worked on a farm and they pick cherries for a living. At it, but they do not know their stats and they do not know their facts. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware who Adam Wolf is, but he's actually a closeted Packer fan because he seems to talk about the Packers all the time. And I'm just
hey, that's just like Paul Merkel.
Oh, Mr. Clickbait. No, he at least Clickbait will laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Clickbait knows his football.
Right. He knows he's full of shit and he knows what he's doing, but he does like his clickbait.
Clickbait does what he does in the offseason.
Yep. So what do you guys let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think about Mitch Trubisky? Let's start with Bob.
He's trash.
Yeah,
He underthrows and overthrows. I mean, really. I mean, what else can you say? Mitch Cutler 2.0.
Yep. What do you think, Nick?
I think Mitch is going to be a decent quarterback in the future, but not no time soon. Give the man 5 to 10 years, maybe tops. 5 years to prove himself, but Mitch Trubisky is not your guys' franchise quarterback right now.
Yeah. What do you think, Joel?
Well, we're going into year 3. This will be the deciding factor on what the Bears do with him for the future. We got year 2. We got year 2. He had a new coach, a new offense. Nobody really knew what Nagy was going to do. So he outperformed what he probably should have because he also has a great defense to go lie back onto. And a guy that started 13 games in college and you go draft him number 2 and you trade the 49ers, who no one else wanted Trubisky, and Teddy Ivy, don't tell me anybody wanted Trubisky. They just
Right.
didn't want him.
Right.
Your GM is a fucking joke. He made a trade with the Raiders all because they thought the Bears were going to suck last year, so they get a better draft pick. The Packers were under the Bears, so you got lucky. That's all it was.
Right.
Otherwise, Mac would have been a Packer, and I'm not being salty, but that's the facts.
Yeah.
To John McNabb, those are facts.
Yeah, they did come out and say the only reason, because the Bears and the Packers had the same deal. They said the only reason why they did pick the Bears because they thought they would get a better draft, lineup, and which
Exactly.
completely true. I believe it 100%. So, but what my take is on Mitch is I just don't see him being the quarterback they think he's going to be. Like I said, I always make fun. Like I said, when he came into the NFL and was drafted, he didn't even know what a hard count was. And you know what made me really laugh is I read during the offseason that Nagy is actually going to let him call his own plays.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Get the
boy.
fuck out of here.
I hope to
That
God,
dude is not ready for that.
I hope that wasn't no clickbait article because I'm excited to see how that dumpster fire is going to end up.
Well, a lot of these Bear fans saying that Rodgers shouldn't be able to fucking call his own plays. LaFleur should be able to call them. He shouldn't be able to audible. And Trubisky's going to be allowed to call his own plays. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Well, see, the way Matt LaFleur is designing it, it's going to be a two-play system. He's going to shoot 2 plays to Rodgers. He gets to pick, but if he reads something different, he can execute something different.
Yep.
See, what everybody's saying is, he's getting upset he can't call his own plays. It's not that. He's got the option to change the play at any moment. Aaron Rodgers is a veteran. He knows how to read a defense, and if he sees something coming, you damn right he's going to change the play. You know what I mean?
Everybody that says AR-12 on the Bears, which is Allen Robinson, I don't think he has that hookup with Mitch where they can just look at each other and there can be 2 plays ran. I'm not saying one play. There can be 2 plays ran. And it just takes a little nod that Rodgers does, and Devontae Adams knows which play to run.
Right. See, Chicago needs to worry about Mitch Trubisky going down because after watching Chase Daniels fumble that ball and go to pick it up, drop it again and kick it, run back 30 yards almost and got a safety on it. And that's your backup quarterback. That's what's funny as hell. Yep. I mean, their starting quarterback ain't even that good. And then you see that from their backup, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, but come on, Bill. Let's be real here, bro. They talk about they got the best backup quarterback in the North. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Kaiser ain't no good backup by any means, but I mean, Chase Daniel, who's he?
Right.
Technically, they actually did have the best backup until we have started developing Boyle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like Boyle a lot. I think he's very promising.
Yeah.
I think he's very promising. So I'm liking what the progression from him over the years. A lot more than I did with Kaiser.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Chase Daniel.
You know, guys. Speaking of,
no, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
I really wish I could remember, and this is probably going to be a good laugh for us Packer fans, but I wish I could remember and screenshotted the post that I saw on here about 2 months ago. It says Mitch Trubisky, the next Drew Brees in the next 3 years. Facts. I just thought that was so freaking comical.
Just
I
like
trolled the shit out of that post.
just like these Bear fans are comparing Mitch to Aaron Rodgers. Well, he threw these many yards last season, but what they don't seem to come to reality is that was Aaron Rodgers' worst, season in his career. And you're saying that's your quarterback's best season of his career. I don't think
And
they comprehend what they're saying.
you're also talking about his worst year being a fractured fucking kneecap.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not fucking just being homers here. The shit came out. The doctor said it. So all you clickbait fucks that want to say shit, these are facts. It
Right.
happened. And this guy fucking played through the injury, having the worst year of his career. But guess what? He did play through it.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike
Just
Mitch
Not to mention,
sorry, my bad.
not not to mention he was mobile too with that broken kneecap,
Yep.
and he only threw 2 interceptions the entire 16-game season. How many NFL quarterbacks in this era of football has thrown less than 5 interceptions? Not very many people.
How many
Not very many.
interceptions did Mitch throw last year?
12, I believe.
yeah.
hey, and he only hurt his shoulder, wasn't it? Wasn't it his shoulder?
Yeah, but that's what I laugh about. He got a boo-boo on his shoulder from the Vikings game, where Matthew Stafford played all season, didn't miss a game with a broken back. Aaron Rodgers played every game, started every game with a broken leg. And this guy gets a fucking boo-boo on his shoulder and he misses 2 fucking games.
And
What
that's
the
the
fuck
thing.
kind of shit is that?
Matthew Stafford, I mean, we make fun of the Lions for him not winning a playoff game, but Matthew Stafford got robbed in that Dallas playoff game.
Yeah.
Detroit should have won that fucking game, which means he's better than Trubisky. And we all know this to begin with, but he would have a playoff win if he wasn't robbed and Jerry Jones paid off refs like he normally does. Kind of like Robert Kraft pays off hookers. But that's what the owners do. But Matthew Stafford is a legit quarterback who hasn't had an offensive line.
Or a running game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I actually, if Aaron Rodgers was to go down, he would be the quarterback I look for out of the North. Would be Stafford. I wouldn't be looking at no Jay Cousins. I wouldn't be looking at no Mitch Trubisky. That's for damn sure.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's.
If Detroit got their shit together with Stafford, they could do some damage if they got their shit together with an offensive line. I just don't see it happening. I don't think they improved it.
I think like they have a curse or something. I don't know what it is because they can get a badass roster. We see it every 5 years, every 10 years, and still nothing. Yep. Not even they haven't even won a damn division.
Nope.
That's sad, man. That's sad.
And even when they get in the playoffs and they go against the Packers, they have one of the greatest running backs, 1A, 1B, however you want to look at it, with Walter Payton and Barry Sanders. But the Packers held Barry Sanders to -4 rushing yards in that playoff game.
See? So anything's possible. Week 1's closing in. All I gotta say is, Bear fans, don't touch that doorknob. Don't go running and hiding. Make yourself available. A lot of these guys that are trolling, they won't be around after that. They'll be hiding and ducking.
Yeah.
And Richard, if you're trolling in here in the comments and everything, don't grab out that broom and get on here on halftime again. Do you remember what happened last time?
Because at the end of the day, the Packers are still the fucking owners of this division.
Mm-hmm. And they think by us going to Lambeau South that it's going to be anything worse. We've won there many times like it's nothing. So it's not
well,
nothing.
Let's just say this. They're second place chumps. I mean, look, we got 13 championships. They got 9. So sit the hell down, Bear fans. Just sit down.
I will respect them
for
having the second most, but once again, Bob was just holding up 2 fingers. You're only the second best. We're the best.
After week 1, Mike and John McNabb are going to be barbecuing. They're going to be running and getting everybody coffee. I see it already coming, man. I see it already coming.
Yeah. Hey, make me a steak, Mike.
You can't keep making AJ go make us sandwiches. Mike and John, get ready. Make us sandwiches.
Yeah, after week 1, it's going down, Smokey. That's
hey, the over-under Come on, you got 11 more to go. Bill.
Alvin's not dick riding the Packers. Alvin's just not stupid. He's gonna pick the Packers over the Bears. Who doesn't? I mean, come on, it's not rocket science. You know what I mean?
I might troll Alvin a lot, but Alvin knows when it comes to Packers and Bears who's winning that game.
Yeah, right. I mean, he'll even though it's bullshit, he'll tell you the Vikings will beat the Packers, but even Lion fans will tell you the Bears ain't beating Green Bay.
No,
it's just not happening.
All bullshitting aside, though, the NFC North is going to be the top division in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I definitely see Green Bay winning the division and Detroit getting the fucking wild card. I definitely can believe that. I
can believe it. I can believe, even though that wasn't my prediction, I can easily see it. But
yep.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be nice for a second, and I'm gonna give the defending champs a little respect. I can see the Lions finishing second. And I'm only doing it for the real Bear fans that are in this group, not the fucking 3/4 of you that just joined because you had one winning season. But yeah, get trolling on, bitch. But I do have respect for the Lions. They're going out trying to make shit happen. The Bears didn't really do shit. They say, oh, we don't need to. Guess what? The NFL watches game film. You have to do things every year to make your team better. And picking up Buster Screen is not making your team better.
Right. See, and then the Bear fans like to run around right now and say, well, look at all this cap space we got. What did you do in the offseason? Why didn't you talk about this before free agency, before Detroit spent a bunch of money, before Green Bay spent a bunch of money, and before Minnesota tied up what they had left to tie up? Now that everyone did what they had to do, now they want to post, oh, we got all this money. You better save that money because you got a lot of good big contracts coming up in the next 2-3 years. So you better start closing that pocketbook. You better start charging $50 a hot dog so you can pay. Fuck, they're going to be charged.
They're going to have to sign Turd Biscuit in 2 years. So
right, yeah, exactly. And
they talk like they didn't have to do anything in this off season. I'm like, okay,
right.
They're like, we got everything we already needed. You know, it's like.
Your offense at there, buddy? Is it like hidden in a box somewhere we're not seeing, or what's going on here, man? You know,
well, if you get into the playoffs and you lose the first game, I would say you still have work to do.
Yeah, right. It's when you make it to the playoffs and your kicker has more points than your offense, you got a lot more work to do.
The kicker.
Hey, so who did they sign as their kicker?
Well, I heard that dude. They got some guy named Pinero or something, but I heard he missed some field goals last night. So there's still a conflict of interest going on at the kicker position for sure.
Well, let's talk about the Vikings kicking position. They traded for a guy from the Baltimore Ravens, and he went 0 for 3 last night, I believe.
Right. See, my thing is, I bet by week 6 you're going to see Coach Nagy out there with a Cody Parkey outfit on, trying to kick the ball. Watch. He's going to be out there himself, like, I'm going to have to do everything around here.
Is he going to wear his
So I got a question for you guys. Do you guys think we'll because I mean, didn't they say something about Crosby and what's his name, our backup kicker or whatever he is?
Picking.
Are they up for competition or what?
Yeah,
technically it was, but I think Crosby's going to win it just on experience.
All right, so Richard S.P. Oliver has a question. He said, "What was our record in 2018? It was 6-9-1. But let me ask you this, Richard: what was your record in 2017 before you acquired Mac? Wasn't it 5-10 or 5-11, if I'm not mistaken?"
3-13.
Yeah, it was something pretty bad. See, they want to cherry pick what stats they want to hear. If you're going to bring up the past, bring up the last couple of years. See?
Let me ask him this. When was the last time Packers were last?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, never mind. That's bringing up the past. My bad.
You know
Shame on me.
What's funny is we went 6-9-1, and that was our worst season in a decade, and we still didn't end up in the basement. Isn't that rather funny?
No, but
I
some
say
of them
so.
will tell us we did finish in the basement. A lot of them will say, "Well, you guys were in the basement with the Lions." No, we was not. 6-10 is different from 6-9-1.
Yeah,
Like
right.
last year, 6-9-1.
Hey, I told you our record was 6-9-1. But Richard, what was your record in 2017? Just answer the question.
They won't answer that.
He
They
won't.
they can't answer that.
He does a lot of that tiptoe and stuff around now.
Yeah.
Yep. They tiptoe around the facts.
But it's a fresh season now, and it's about to be on and popping. We got a lot of fresh talent on the offense. It's going to be nice. I'm pretty
Hell, in
excited.
2017 we went 7-9.
You know,
There's ours.
what we didn't talk about yet was our defense. So let's go down the row. What do you guys think about our defense, Bob?
I think it's made improvement compared to what it has.
Yes. Are you liking the additions of Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what regular season has to offer for them.
Okay.
See if it's going to be a good thing or
Okay.
could be a terrible thing for us too. I don't know. I mean, it looks good, but just have to see.
So let me ask Nick, what do you think about our offseason adjustments for the defense?
Them going after Preston Smith and Darius Smith was huge. We needed that boost. Going after Billy Turner was a huge boost for us as well. Our signings in the draft were huge. We needed Savage, obviously, to go along with Josh Jackson and Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
I think our defense is going to be improved this year. It's going to be a different Packers team.
Yep, I agree 100%. What do you think, Joe? What do you think about our defense?
Our defense is sitting good. We went from 29th in the league in 2017 to 22nd. Yeah, not the greatest, but you got to make improvements.
Right.
After 1 year with Pettin, then we go out and get these free agents who, like Bob said, and everything's paper right now. So it's not proven until week 1 when they fucking make Mitch look like the bitch that he is. But my biggest thing with our defense is and it's not even an addition, it's Raven Green. Raven Green is going to show up and make you guys fucking cry.
Right.
Everybody says, who's going to play next to Blake Martinez? Watch out for Raven Green playing that hybrid linebacker.
Yeah.
Another guy that came out of nowhere, Marcus Jones, from last night's preseason game. The guy showed a lot of talent last night. He was all over the field
What
like
do
a
you guys
monster.
think of Ty Summers?
I think he's decent. I like him.
I
He's
was
a tackling machine.
I don't know. I was just pretty impressed with our tight ends before Jace was out. I was really impressed how they were working the field. Like I was just picturing that with Aaron Rodgers. Like this is gonna be crazy.
Any word on how Jace is?
No, I haven't seen anything.
And that's the difference between LaFleur and McCarthy. We will probably use tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Just think if
LaFleur likes to use a lot of tight ends and run the ball.
Yep. Just think if LaFleur was around when we had Finley when he was healthy.
Right. Yep. What were you going to say, Nick? You were about to say something.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with the tight ends. Mike McCarthy didn't like to use a lot of tight ends. I mean, we got, 4 of them now on the roster?
Yep. Shit, the last time we had a real decent tight end was Jeremichael Finley. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been years since Rodgers had that. And we tried with Jimmy Graham, and that just seemed to not work. He ended up being better of a blocker and a decoy than anything. You know what I mean? As much as the fans talk smack about Jimmy Graham if you watch the tape when we played them week 1 in the last game, they always double teamed him every single time. If he's such a bum, why are you devoting 2 defenders on him almost every single play? You know?
I think we should have kept Jared Cook.
I agree with that as well,
Right.
but I would
me too.
I like younger talent because it's cheaper and it lasts longer. So I kind of see where Green Bay's going with it. You know what I mean?
which
Yeah.
is, I mean, everybody wants to talk about Jace because he's the draft pick, but Robert Tunyon, that guy, I believe
He
will
was
be a
showing up
stud.
last season too a little bit. He had flashes here and there. I remember the name for sure. For
Yep.
sure.
He can block and catch the ball.
Right. See, and that's key. That's what Aaron Jones is lacking right now. They're saying is he's really good at running and blasting through the line and running downfield, but he just doesn't have the blocking down yet. So
That's
they're
why you
trying.
got Jamal Williams.
Yeah, right. Jamal Williams, even Mercedes Lewis, just to chip people off.
Yep.
Well, so
And
Do you guys
Mercedes
think
Lewis,
we'll keep Dexter?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure we're going to keep Mercedes Lewis. My mystery cut is what I'm saying is we're probably going to cut Jimmy Graham maybe. If they keep him around, it's so he can mentor the two young bucks.
well, here's the thing. It
That's
all
an
depends on
interesting take.
Jace's injury. Whatever happens with Sternberger's injury, if they were thinking about it, it all depends on if he can be healthy.
Yeah, I say it's up in the air with him being injured. If Tanyan goes or Jimmy Graham goes, I highly doubt they're going to let Graham go, though.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
Yeah.
do or die for Jimmy Graham.
well, I don't think they'll let Tunyon go either. That's
No.
where I keep seeing all the reports of us keeping 4.
I agree with you on that. I think we're going to keep 4 tight ends.
Hey
Probably
guys,
cut
did
down on the
Bill
wide
freeze or
receivers.
is he stone?
He's
He's
froze
frozen
on
right
my
now.
screen.
Yeah, he's frozen
Yeah,
on my
he's frozen
screen,
on
too.
mine too.